I think without hotels and good hotel facilities and new hotel facilities, the city is dead. In fact, I think that's what has happened to Louisville in the past. And I think this is the beginning of a great future for Louisville due to the hotels. And of course, this is just one little small cog in the whole wheel, but this is a start. And of course, with this large hotel of 700 rooms, it would allow a lot of larger conventions to come because we will have a headquarters hotel that you never had before.
Then you think that this hotel on this spot will be the center or the heart of the city?
I don't think there's any question about it. Of course, this was always really the beginning of Louisville, the start of Louisville, and the center of Louisville. And I think this is the rebirth of the past, and we'll start over again as George Rogers Clark did practically 200 years ago.
Al, how did you get involved in the riverfront?
Well, of course, Joe, you know, I was on the commission, Riverfront Commission, and when Reynolds pulled out of the project, then they were looking for a developer. And of course, being on the commission, we tried advertising all the national papers, the Wall Street Journal, had 6 or 7 or 8 people that I know of in town, big developers from other cities, but none of them was just interested in developing anything in Louisville. And of course, after so long a time, why, Arch Concord more or less talked me into it or twist my arm or whatever you want to say. And I have the highest respect in the world for Arch. But that's how I really got into the project.
Do great cities really get built by outside firms or outside people?
I don't think they do. I think that the great things in great cities is done by the people in the city. And if you don't have the faith in the city yourself or the patrons of the city or the citizens of the city, how can you expect anybody else to come in and build it up for you? Well, this is the largest, as far as monetary value is concerned, the largest project that has ever been built in Louisville. With the garage and the Louisville Trust Building here, it would be in excess of $23 million. This area that we are now standing on consists of 13 acres. That's from Main to the river, and from 4th to 6th Street is actually 13 acres. The area below this is parking. Each floor is 6 acres. So you actually have, there's 3 floors, so you actually end up here with 18 acres of parking and 13 acres of open space. This area in here, Joel, the square blocks that you see where the water is standing, that is actually a reflecting pool for the summertime, and it'll be ice skating in the wintertime. Now, the Belvedere extends 110 feet north of that, out into the river over the expressway.
So this big space is not the Belvedere. The Belvedere is still near the river.
Well, we call this the plaza. You can call it anything you like, I suppose. We call this the plaza, and that is the Belvedere. That area will be planted in that water. There's 3 gushes of water, 3 fountains. There are 12-inch gushes of water that will gush down and work its way across and finally down to this reflecting pool. And then in the wintertime, of course, that can be cut off, and this would be frozen in for ice skating. And I've been fighting on this project for about 6 or 8 years now, and I'm starting to be an old man. I just can't fight no more like I used to.
You're not building like an old man.
Well, I'm sure feeling like one though a lot of times, I can tell you.
How long have you been building in Louisville?
I've been in business, be close to 35 years.